Who says the biggest is always the baddest? The truth is, some of the deadliest creatures are so small you might miss them in the blink of an eye. Don't let their tiny size fool you though, these miniatures pack a lethal punch. Come with us on a journey into the world of these itty-bitty assassins, and discover 13 of the most pint-sized terrors that will make your skin crawl. First up is the blue-ringed octopus. This small octopus, which can fit in the palm of your hand, has a venom that can cause paralysis, respiratory failure, and death to 26 adult humans within minutes. It lives in the Pacific and Indian Oceans and has yellowish skin with blue and black rings that can change color when it feels threatened. It is one of the most venomous marine animals in the world and are usually nocturnal. They eat small crustaceans and fish. They can grow up to 20 centimeters or 8 inches long and can squeeze into small crevices to hide from predators. They can also change their shape and color to camouflage themselves. The blue-ringed octopus uses its blue rings as a warning sign to deter predators. When it is alarmed, it flashes its iridescent blue rings, which are made of light-reflecting cells called iridophores. The rings are surrounded by dark pigmented cells that enhance the contrast. It has a harpoon-like tooth that can inject its venom into its prey or enemies. The venom contains a powerful neurotoxin called tetrodotoxin. This toxin blocks the nerve signals that control the muscles, leading to paralysis and respiratory failure. The symptoms can appear within minutes and can be fatal if not treated with artificial respiration. There is no antivenom available for the blue-ringed octopus bite. It is a fascinating and beautiful creature, but also a very dangerous one. It is best to admire it from a safe distance and never touch or handle it. If you are bitten by a blue-ringed octopus, you should seek medical attention immediately and try to keep calm and breathe. The next deadly beauty is the Brazilian wandering spider. This spider, which has a leg span of about 5 inches, is considered the most venomous spider in the world by the Guinness World Records. Its venom can cause intense pain, loss of muscle control, breathing problems, and even death. They are mainly found in northern South America, with one species in Central America. They are also known as armed spiders or banana spiders, because they sometimes hide in banana bunches. They are nocturnal hunters that wanders on the jungle floor looking for prey. They feed on insects, spiders, frogs, lizards, mice, and sometimes small birds. They are very aggressive and will not hesitate to attack if disturbed. They can also jump up to 6 inches or 15 centimeters in the air. They can also lift their front legs and sway from side to side in a defensive posture. They are fascinating and dangerous creatures, but it is best to avoid contact with them and seek medical attention immediately if bitten. There is an antivenom available for their bite, but it must be administered quickly. Next up is the cone snail. This marine snail lives in warm tropical and subtropical seas and oceans around the world. It has a shell that can be up to 6 inches long and a harpoon-like tooth that can inject a potent venom. It has a shell that is roughly cone-shaped and often has colorful patterns. It hunts for small fish, worms, and other snails on the sea floor and can sense its prey by smell and touch, and then quickly extend its tooth at the end of a long proboscis. The tooth is barbed and can pierce through the skin of the prey, delivering the venom. It then swallows the prey whole. Its venom contains many different toxins that affect the nervous system, the muscles, the blood, and the heart. Some of the toxins are very powerful and can kill a human in minutes. The symptoms of a cone snail sting include intense pain, numbness, tingling, swelling, nausea, vomiting, sweating, and difficulty breathing. Some people may also experience vision problems, muscle spasms, or cardiac arrest. The cone snail is a fascinating and beautiful creature, but also a very deadly one. It is best to admire it from a safe distance and never touch or handle it. If you are stung by a cone snail, you should seek medical attention immediately and try to keep calm and breathe. There is no antivenom available for its sting. Next on the list is the Stalker scorpion. This scorpion, which can grow up to 3 inches long, has a sting that can cause extreme pain, fever, convulsions, coma, and death. Its venom is especially dangerous for children and people with heart problems. It is a species of scorpion that is native to the deserts and scrublands of North Africa and the Middle East. It is also known as the Palestine yellow scorpion, the Andaman scorpion, or the Narkab desert scorpion. It is one of the most venomous scorpions in the world, and its venom contains a mixture of neurotoxins that affect the nervous system, the muscles, the blood, and the heart. It is mostly nocturnal and hunts for insects, spiders, and other small animals. It can also hide under rocks or in burrows to avoid predators. It uses its pincers to grab its prey and its stinger to inject its venom. There is an antivenom available for its sting, but it must be administered quickly. Next up is the tiniest of them all, fleas. These tiny insects, which are less than 1/10 of an inch long, can transmit diseases such as plague, typhus, and cat scratch fever. Fleas can also cause allergic reactions, skin infections, and anemia in humans and animals. Coming up is the golden poison dart frog. This colorful frog, which can be as small as ½ an inch long, has enough toxins to kill 10 grown men. It is among the largest of the more than 100 poison dart frog species with the deadliest substance. Its toxins can cause heart failure, muscle spasms, and death. It lives in the rainforests of Colombia and is an endangered species due to habitat destruction. It has a bright yellow, orange, or green color that warns predators of its toxicity, and it feeds on insects, spiders, and other small animals. Its venom contains a powerful neurotoxin called tetrodotoxin, which blocks the nerve signals that control the muscles, leading to paralysis and respiratory failure. The venom is also used by the indigenous Embera people of Colombia to tip their blowgun darts when hunting. There is no antivenom available for the golden poison dart frog's bite. We continue next with the Iranian jellyfish. This jellyfish, which is only about 1 inch long, has stingers on its bell and tentacles that can deliver a powerful venom. The venom can cause a syndrome called irukandi, which includes severe pain, nausea, vomiting, sweating, anxiety, and in some cases, fatal brain hemorrhage. They are transparent and hard to see in the water. They are mostly nocturnal and hunt for small fish, worms, and snails. The Iranian jellyfish are fascinating and deadly, so it is best to avoid contact with them, and seek medical attention immediately if stung. However, there is no known antivenom. The most common and next on the list is mosquito. This small fly, which is about 1/4 of an inch long, is the world's deadliest animal. It carries diseases such as malaria, dengue, yellow fever, Zika, and West Nile, which kill hundreds of thousands of people every year. The female mosquito has a tube-like mouthpart that can pierce the skin of a host and feed on blood, which contains protein and iron needed to produce eggs. The male mosquito feeds on nectar and other plant juices. They are found in almost every region of the world, except for Antarctica and some very cold or dry places. There are about 3,500 species of mosquitoes, which are classified into 2 subfamilies, Anopheline and Culicini. The Anopheline mosquitoes are the main vectors of malaria, while the Culicini mosquitoes are the main vectors of other diseases, such as dengue and yellow fever. Next up is pufferfish. Also known as blowfish, balloonfish, or globefish, the pufferfish have the ability to inflate their bodies into a ball shape when they feel threatened. This fish, which can inflate to about 1 foot long, has tetrodotoxin, a neurotoxin that is 1,200 times more deadly than cyanide. This toxin can cause numbness, paralysis, respiratory failure, and death. The toxin is mainly found in their liver, ovaries, and skin, but some species have it in their muscles or blood. There is no antidote for its poison. Pufferfish are mostly found in tropical and subtropical waters, but some species can live in brackish or fresh water. They can range in size from 1 inch to 2 feet long, depending on the species. They have no scales, but some have spines on their skin. Despite the danger, some people eat pufferfish as a delicacy. In Japan, pufferfish is called fugu, and it is prepared by specially trained chefs who know how to remove the toxic parts and serve the safe parts. The dish is very expensive and risky, but some people enjoy the thrill and the flavor. Many deaths occur every year from eating pufferfish. Next is the saw-scaled viper. This snake, which can grow up to 3 feet long, is considered the most deadly snake in the world, causing more human deaths than any other species. Its venom can cause bleeding, swelling, necrosis, and death. It lives in parts of Africa, Asia, and the Middle East. It is also known as the Indian saw-scaled viper, the little Indian viper, or the Echis carinatus. It is one of the most dangerous snakes in the world, causing more human deaths than any other snake species. The saw-scaled viper has a yellowish-brown or grayish color, with white spots and bows on its back. It can grow up to no more than 60 centimeters, 24 inches, and has a stout body, a pear-shaped head, and a tail with a stinger. It has small scales on its head and body, which have serrated edges that make a rasping sound when rubbed together. This sound is used to warn predators or rivals. The saw-scaled viper is a nocturnal hunter that feeds on insects, spiders, and other small animals. It can sense its prey by smell and touch, and then quickly strike with its fangs and inject its venom. The venom contains a mixture of toxins that affect the nervous system, the muscles, the blood, and the heart. The symptoms of a saw-scaled viper bite include bleeding, swelling, necrosis, and death. There is an antivenom available for its bite, but it must be administered quickly. Next is stonefish. This fish, which can reach up to 20 inches long, is the most venomous fish in the world. It has spines that can inject a venom that can cause excruciating pain, shock, tissue damage, and death. It has a rough and spiny skin that resembles a stone or coral, which helps it to camouflage and ambush its prey. They are found in the coastal regions of the Indo-Pacific, from the Red Sea to Australia. They live in shallow waters, among rocks, coral, or mud. They feed on small fish, crustaceans, and mollusks. They are mostly nocturnal and can remain motionless for long periods of time. They can also survive out of water for up to 24 hours. There is an antivenom available for its sting. Following the stonefish is the tsetse fly. This fly, which is about half an inch long, can transmit a disease called trypanosomiasis, or sleeping sickness, which affects humans and animals in sub-Saharan Africa. The disease can cause fever, headaches, joint pain, and eventually, coma and death. They can grow up to 3 centimeters long and have a long proboscis that can pierce the skin of their host and inject their venom. They also have a distinctive way of folding their wings over their abdomen when they rest. Finally on the list is the black widow spider. This spider, which has a body length of about half an inch, has venom that can cause muscle spasms, abdominal cramps, nausea, vomiting, and in rare cases, death. Its bite is especially dangerous for children, elderly, and people with health problems. It has a distinctive red hourglass-shaped mark on its abdomen and are mostly found in warm regions of the world, such as North America, South America, Europe, Australia, and Africa. They are usually dark brown or black in color, with a shiny body and long legs. They can grow up to 2 inches, 5 centimeters in body length, but the females are larger than the males. Black widow spiders are also known for their mating behavior, which involves sexual cannibalism. The female spider sometimes eats the male spider after mating, which may provide her with extra nutrients for egg production. It is best to avoid contact with them and seek medical attention immediately if bitten. Now that we've explored the world of the tiny terrors, it's clear that size isn't everything when it comes to danger. These miniature marvels may be small, but they are certainly not to be underestimated. Well, that's it for today on Curious Gate. Please remember to subscribe and click on the bell for notifications so you don't miss when we upload new content. Thank you for watching. Until next time, stay curious.